Good afternoon, Lakers. My name is Eric Knuth. I'm Superintendent of Schools here at Skinny Atlas, and we're here to tell you all about the 2025-2026 school budget. I'm here with our school business manager, Connor Brown.
Thanks, Eric.
Hello, Lakers. My name is Connor Brown, School Business Manager here at Skinny Atlas Schools. In this edition of Small Bites, we're going to be looking at the projected 25-26 budget that will be up for vote on May 20th here at the district office. On this year's ballot, we'll have three propositions up for vote. As normal, Proposition 1 will be the general fund budget. This year, the general fund budget equates to $43,231,164 projected dollars spent. Proposition 2 is to purchase up to 4 71-passenger school buses for an amount not to exceed $680,700. Proposition 3, which is separate from our school district budget, is the increase to the Skinny Atlas Library Proposition Levy of $25,000 for a sum of $428,560 annually. On the backside of your ballot will be the option to vote on 2 open Board of Education seats to serve 3-year terms. Candidates that submitted petitions include Catherine Peck and incumbent Tim Cavera. Below that, you'll also have the opportunity to write in up to 2 individuals. Each decision we make and every dollar we spend each day is and will continue to be aligned with our strategic plan and incorporate specific district initiatives that help support our students and our community as a whole. Throughout each budget process, there are various expense drivers and other external factors that dictate some of these decisions. Expense drivers for the projected 25-26 budget include, but are not limited to, contractual salary increases for all our bargaining units, the continued threat of inflation that in turn affects all aspects and categories of our budget and budget process, whether that be daily utility costs, consumables such as materials and supplies, insurance coverages, and many other areas of the budget. Also, the cost to provide benefits to our employees. For example, health and dental insurance, employee retirement contribution rates, and other insurance coverages that benefit our employees each day. And last but not least, the continued increase in participation of BOCES services related to CTE enrollment and other initiatives that are offered by our local BOCES. Coupled with that, there are various other considerations and concerns we monitor on a daily basis. For example, as of May 5th, we still do not have an adopted state budget, which forces us to budget based on state projections that were published back in January. We continue to see unstable and unpredictable interest rates, and also there's an uncertainty to the bus electrification mandate that is required to be implemented by the year 2027. There's a continued need to invest in professional development opportunities for all our staff due to changes in state standards and new district initiatives. We experience a constant development in social, emotional, and mental health initiatives and needs throughout the district. We continue to see a trend of decreased student enrollment with an increased population in the percent of free and reduced students. And lastly, with such an experienced staff, we expect several retirements and high turnover in the next 3 to 5 years. New York State requires school districts to present their projected budget for the upcoming school year in the format of a 3-part budget. The 3 categories are broken into program, capital, and administrative expenses, with the vast majority of our expenses being directed toward program initiatives. Examples of program expenses can include teachers and sports staff salaries, BOCES instructional programs, health services for students, social, emotional, and mental health initiatives, extracurricular activities and athletics, transportation services, and several other expenses that directly affect our students. Capital expenses mostly include the maintenance and operations of our buildings and facilities to make sure our staff and students have instructionally relevant and safe environments to learn and teach. The administrative component includes expenses related to the monitoring and deployment of all our district initiatives, as well as the costs associated with central services to assure we are operating efficiently. When looking at our expenses from a different lens, you can clearly see the majority of our budget, nearly 80%, is spent on employees, benefits, and debt service payments related to the capital improvement projects that is largely offset by state building aid. Now that we have taken a quick glance at the way our money is spent, we need to look at ways in which we fund those expenses. The majority of our revenues, nearly 68%, come from property taxes. Each year, New York State requires school districts to to utilize a complicated 8-step formula to determine what our allowable tax cap will be. And after computing this, our tax cap limit for the 25-26 budget is 2.17%. This is an annual increase of $624,884. The second largest funding source for the school district is state aid. State aid revenue accounts for about 22% of all revenues for the school district. In total, these two categories account for nearly 90% of the overall revenue for the upcoming school year. And in the projected budget, we are proposing a tax levy increase of 2.17% over the 24-25 tax levy, which brings our tax levy to just over $29.4 million. Our state aid revenue is also projected to increase and bring the total state aid to just over $9.5 million. The remaining 10% of our revenues include the use of our reserves, fund balance, and other miscellaneous revenue sources. Each year, myself and Mr. Knuth hold several budget workshops to allow the opportunity for community members to ask questions about the upcoming school budget. The dates and times of these meetings are as follows and will be shared via Parent Square and the district's website. All of this information and more can be found on the district website through the pathway on your screen. Board docs, the annual shareholder report, which will be mailed to homes the week of May 5th, or by simply calling or emailing the district via the phone number and email address on your screen. We appreciate each stakeholder group for their continued partnership and support, and we look forward to seeing you at the polls on May 20th.
Thank you all for your participation in our annual school budget and for everything you do to make school possible here at Skaneateles Central Schools.
We appreciate your continued support year in and year out and the confidence you give us to support our students. Polls will open May 20th at 7 a.m. here at the district office and will close at 9 p.m. Again, thank you for your continued support.